Hi, I'm Asatsu5, and this is a video response to Nutnfancy's past two videos, Close to Engage and Gun-Free Death, I think is the name of the other one. And these are, this is just kind of, well, stuff that I've experienced and stuff that I have heard about. And you know, he talked about, you know, if there's a way for a person with evil intent to get a weapon into a weapon-free zone, and then there's a way for him to do it. You know, if he wants to, he will do it, which is true. And first of all, I'm also going to post this video in my self-defense playlist category, because that way I can refer back to it in my coming self-defense videos. But first story I'm going to tell you is a story from my granddad. He was in the Air Force. He was like a chemist or some kind of scientist in the Air Force. He also had a pilot license, but he had that before he actually went into the Air Force. He used to work at an airport, and he traded money for flying lessons, and he got his pilot license that way. But you know, he was some kind of scientist in the Air Force. I can't remember what. I'll have to ask my grandmother. But he was on his way to either Greenland or Iceland, one of them lands. I want to say Greenland, but anyways, like 3 days before he actually landed there, a polar bear got loose and started chasing the soldiers. Now, this was a Air Force weather base. There were really no guns around because, you know, it's just a weather base, and you had this polar bear chasing all these Air Force people. You know, the soldiers were running away from the police. I mean, not from the police, from the polar bear. Kind of edit that out. All of the soldiers were running away from the polar bear. And finally, this one guy who just really got tired of running. You know, there was no guns around, but this guy just got tired of running. He was like, well, this has to stop. So he picked up a piece of rebar, turned around, and knocked that polar bear right under the jaw into its neck and killed it. Now, there was I'm not going to call it hype, but there's a lot who talk about how bad the Marines are, the Navy SEALs, or the Green Berets. But I tell you, I've never ever heard again another story of a guy killing a polar bear with a piece of rebar. And they had a doctor go up and examine the polar bear, and because it was like knocked out, but they wanted to find out if it was really dead or not, or if they were going to have to you know, finish it off. And the doctor was like, well, it's dead. So that's just kind of an example of closing the distance and getting things done, getting the job done. Also, this is a past experience for me, junior high, and it was the 8th grade. And in junior high, I didn't carry knives to school. Let's see, as some people did, but I didn't carry a knife to school in junior high. I always tried to obey the rules, and unless I see that you know, it's unavoidable. So anyways, junior high I didn't carry knives to school, and I also studied martial arts. I'm not bragging about my fighting skills, or my I'm not bragging about wit or my ability to get out of trouble or anything. But as you know, about 99999% of all schools, public schools, are weapons free. Pretty much 100% of them are. But anyways, you're not supposed to have weapons at school, but yet, we still have all these problems. Kids, doing whatever, shooting, stabbing, whatever. Well, anyways, back in elementary, I got picked on a lot, and then, but I was going to a different school, and I solved that problem, and I changed schools, not because of that, but just because it was a smaller school, and thought I'd get a better education though. And I was doing pretty good though. Moved to Central ISD, Central Junior High, back in the 6th grade. But in the 8th grade, I was in science class. Me and my lab partner was at this one particular lab table, and this group of guys came up, and this one guy just started picking on me. And I told him, I said, hey, look, if you don't like me, those other lab tables, we will heal for us, you can just leave. And he actually started putting himself out in a threatening position. He actually hit me once, and which, going by my past history in junior high, which past history in elementary school, I'll explain that stuff later. But anyways, he just started, cussing me out. He hit me. He was really threatening me. And the teacher, was in class teaching, but he had no idea that this was happening. I don't know why. I don't see how you can't see it. Anyways, that guy who was in his lab group went out to get whatever he needed for the lab experiment, and I looked over to my lab partner and I said, do you have your combination lock for your locker? And he said, yes, I do. I said, give it to me. He gave it to me under the lab table, and the guy came up, and y'all know my brother Chemo Kid 1SS. He does work out a lot. He loves lifting weights. He likes doing things like ripping phone books and bending nails and that kind of stuff. And he was big in junior high. He's muscular in junior high, and continued to, he kept walking out high school and even today. So he's a really strong fella, and he knew this. And I know that he knew this because he looked at me and he could tell that I was pretty upset. And he said, what are you going to do? Call your brother on me to beat me up? And I looked at him and I said no. And I looped the lock around my middle finger like a knuckle duster, and I just started banging on the desk, which in retrospect I kind of have mixed feelings about my decision to do that, and I'll talk to that more later. But I started beating the table, and I said no, I can take care of myself. And that's kind of to prove 2 points. One of them related to closing the distance, and one of them not. First of all, if even though our school was a weapons-free area, no guns, no knives allowed, or anything like that, I was still able to find something that I could use to give me an advantage in a fight. That lock. Or if not, I most likely would not have went to a pencil or anything, but I really got the lock in case the other 2 people that he was with decided to jump in. But and 2, you stand up to a bully, they stop what they're doing, and I never had a problem from that guy again. He was real nice to me in the next few days, My mom got a call from the office saying that a kid went up to the principal saying that I was crazy and that they needed to do something with me. And but the guy admitted to what he was doing to provoke me, and I didn't get in trouble. Anyways, I thought I'd add that to Nutnfancy's video if he approves it. I wanted just to that was just really more of an example of if there was a way to get something dangerous into an area. I mean, if there was a will to, and there was a way to. I mean, deadly weapons aren't just guns, you know. It can be bombs, knives, pencils, locks, clubs, and I was able to find something that could give me the advantage. I didn't have evil intent. I had nothing but good intentions, really good intentions. But there was a way to get weapons in weapon-free zones, and that's also why I told the story about the polo bell, because there were no weapons around. The guy grabbed a piece of rebar, closed the distance, and killed a polo bell with a piece of rebar. And I think that's pretty amazing. Anyways, I'll continue making my self-defense series of videos. Hope you enjoy them. I'm still debating or not if I'm going to teach potentially lethal techniques or not. I'd love for good people to know them, but I just kind of I don't know. I'm just gonna have to think about it. I'd rather leave I would rather people learn potentially lethal techniques from professionals, not just some guy on YouTube. I'm Satsu5, and I am out.